Ah, the famed tinier bridge of Saintsbridge. Oh, how I have missed your dulcet, watery tones. Have I spoken? I've spoken to you. Do I have any mystical knowledge for you, by chance? I've been watching this river for a while now, and I'm sure the water is rising. What if it doesn't stop rising? It could burst the banks. Why isn't anyone doing anything? I actually do have esoteric knowledge for you. Early ice thawing. Where did I get knowledge about early ice thaws? What? Probably in the northern snow reaches. And it's like, oh, the glaciers. Yeah, there was an epidemic about someone lighting them on fire. And then, well, now the waters are going to flood. It's like that one plot point in Breath of the Wild where the elephants went crazy on ketamine or something. But yes, the reason the river is very large is because the icebergs are melting. I see. The snows are melting. The snows are melting earlier than the past. That would account for the rise in the water level. Yes. I see. The ice is melting. Okay. Why is the ice melting? It doesn't matter if they'll subside. The ice is still melting. Why is the ice melting? Is that a problem? I feel like that's a problem. Everything will be back to how it was, sure, but what if the ice starts to melt again? So you're telling me you're telling me that the mages of the Frostlands are using ice magic to refreeze the polar ice caps. You're telling me that human mages are capable of refreezing massive mile-high glaciers. Sounds legitimate. That's magic users for you. Wiser and more learned than the likes of me, to be certain. I and my fears have been calmed. I'd fair convinced myself the river was about to spill its banks and sweep the whole town away. Or well, at least the lower parts of the town. See, the river did flood once, when I was just a wee boy, knee-high to a grasshopper. I nearly drowned. It's why I'm hydrophobic. Because I drowned. Well, I nearly drowned. I would have died, but for a fate or blind luck. That's why I always fret so about the river. Still, no worries now, eh? Your scholar friends put the matter to rest. Well, unless, of course, one of them gets tired. I stole both of this guy's nuts! I stole his invigorating nut and his resistant nut and $6,600. Ha ha ha! The ice caps are gonna melt the second those mages stop freezing them. Ha ha! Enjoy your paranoia. I've stolen your nuts. You arrive in Saintsbridge to see a man and an apothecary speaking. Whether this meeting augurs good fortune or ill remains to be seen. Welcome back, one and all, to Thionite Plays Octopath Traveler. On the last episode, we terrified a man about the melting polar ice caps, and we stole his nuts simultaneously. Both of them, invigorating and slippery, and it was a good day. But on this episode, we have the very first of our Chapter 3 adventures with Alfin in Saintsbridge. The story so far. The deadly disease that plagued Goldshore. In the end, it was but the trickery of Vanessa, a depraved quack who enriched herself at her patient's expense. But Alfin put an end to her villainy and healed the people out of the kindness of his heart. You were always my hero, an unreachable ideal. But heck if I ain't getting closer by the day. Having eased the pain and suffering of one town, Alfin strode into Saintsbridge with newfound confidence. Little did he know what awaited him there. Dude, you do not look like you're doing well. Are you having a bad day? Could I interest you in a bundle of grapes? Alfin strides up to him, holding out a bowl of fresh grapes. So they're very crisp. They're not like these soft, mushy grapes. They're the firm, crisp, juicy grapes. You just eat one of these and then chew it up, but don't swallow. And then spit out all of the grape mush onto your wounds. You'll be perfectly healed. Oh, this man is shady. Oh, I thought he had a hood. Never mind. I retract my sentence. Only people with wearing hoods are shady. Although his name is question mark, question mark, question mark. And that's honestly probably pretty shady. Oi.
Hey, can you spare a scrap of food for a poor soul?
Oh, you're going to take over the voice acting. Okay, that's perfectly fair. I'll leave you to it. The voices in your head will be quiet for the moment.
As you can see, the snicks left me too injured to stand.
You know, honestly, I don't believe him. I feel like he's overplaying his hand. Is every person that we meet on Alphin's adventure going to be some kind of swindler or cheat or hack or quack or faker? A cheat? A thief? I bet good grapes on this.
Show it to me. The wound festers. If it isn't treated, you'll be dead before the next sunrise.
Wow, that's a terrifying prognosis. It's like, oh yeah, the maggots are already breeding in your leg. You're gonna have to cut it off, and if you don't, they're going to get to your heart by the sunrise. You'll be dead.
What? You're one of them apothecaries, is that it?
What's it to you?
Bloody hells, but the gods smile on me. Treat my wound, and you can name your price.
Before that, answer me one thing.
What does the fox say? And before you give me your initial response, know that this is a riddle.
Oh, but of course, ask me anything.
Afraid you're out of luck, friend.
He's condemned him to death.
Your life isn't worth saving.
Oh, is his thought about the content of this man's character the same as mine? A swindler? Are the maggots buried too deep?
Have some mercy. You can't just leave a man to die.
Well, you probably could.
Hold it, hold it!
Alphin to the rescue.
You're an apothecary, ain't you? How can you leave a man you examined to suffer?
And who in the hells are you?
I am Alphin, savior of the snakes and master of amputations. If this man's leg is filled with maggots, then I have my trusty axe and I'll take care of this. Worst thing happens at this point is he dies of shock. And not,
Name's Alphin,
blood
and
loss.
despite appearances, I'm a traveling apothecary myself.
Fellow druggist, is it? Well, listen up. I'm a free man with the right to choose my patients.
I won't deny that, but you still could choose. You could choose your words more carefully.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means just what I said. Some lives aren't worth saving.
And you're the judge of that? You can judge who's worthy of living and dying? I don't think so.
Who does that jackass think he is?
You're an apothecary too, you said?
I am, yes.
Sure am. And one who doesn't discriminate when it comes to those in need. Let me see that wound.
Much obliged.
You're lucky I showed up when I did. There. That should give you a fighting chance.
I smeared grape mush on your wounds and dunked your leg in a bottle of grape juice. You should be perfectly fine. I mixed in a little bit of olive oil, so that is more than enough to sterilize the wounds.
But you ain't out of the woods yet. You'll need plenty of rest till it heals up.
And here, eat these olives. You'll be perfectly fine in like 4 weeks, but you need to rest. No strenuous movement, and don't operate any heavy vehicles.
Here, lean on me.
Light vehicles like go-karts, however, are fair game.
You're far too kind. Thank you.
The name's Alphen. Just doing my job.
That I don't get paid for, so it's not technically a job. At best, I'm a volunteer apothecary.
Thank you.
Thanks, Elfin. I'm Miguel. You really saved me. That's what I do. Don't mention it. You just rest up in this dingy hut with some cardboard that I laid on the ground. It's the ultimate bedding. I'll check in on you later with some vittles. They're like off-brand Skittles that, well, don't taste like fruit. They taste more like different brands of wheat. Because you got like the corn wheat and the wheat meal and the meal wheat, which is a meal of wheat. Wheat meal is, you know, like ground wheat, like meat, like mealworms, but like for wheat. It's in apothecary terminology. You wouldn't understand if you weren't an apothecary. I hear the grapes around these parts make for good eating. That's what I've been saying this entire time. You just need to get some good crisp grapes. That's more than enough to heal all manner of wounds. Better for drinking, if you catch my meaning. Well, that too, but that's a different kind of wound that they heal. Hate to break it to you, but not in your condition. No alcohol. We can raise a glass once you're all healed up, though. Deal?
Aye.
Aye, Elfin. I'd like that. Now there's a friendly enough guy. Oh, Elfin, you're hungry. We need to get to the tavern for some pie? Maybe they have grapes. A grape pie. Oh, shucks, I ain't eaten yet neither. Alphen, that's not proper language. It's, I haven't eaten either. I probably shouldn't hold him to high standards. It's Alphen, after all. He's no Cyrus. Can't mix medicine on an empty stomach, now can we? Let's go hit the tavern. I heard they had grape pies. Great grape pies. Travel banter. Yes, please. I love my banter. Oh, another one between Alvin and Tressa. This is going to be good. Why, I never! How can he just leave that poor man to die? You can say that again. A man who turns his back on the sick and suffering has no right to call himself an apothecary. If only more people could be like you, Alvin. You know, we merchants have a saying. When you help a traveler in need, accept no coin in return. Huh? Not even merchants set a price when it comes to helping people in trouble. Or, well, not the good ones anyway, because there are some bad merchants. Oh my gosh, my dad, when he was a traveling merchant back in his youth, there were plenty of stories that he kind of glossed over some details, but as I got older, I thought back to those stories and I was always able, I thought I was always able to like suss out what he glossed over. Like this one time, he was up near Grandport, right? There was this, what did he call it? It was like this grand meeting of the merchant masters. I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't like the Grand Merchant Festival or whatever that festival. It was like 7 merchant lords. And he was like hired on as like a consultant or an accountant or something like that. These are some of the details that I needed to work out years down the line. But regardless, every single one of them had a pet duck. And I didn't even think that was possible, right? Like, you cannot domesticate a duck. They're wild animals. They're vicious things. Like, but every one of them. I do not know how he survived that encounter, because he was in a room with 7 domesticated ducks. And from the way, he gets like a 1,000-yard stare whenever he brings up the story, so it was something traumatic. But every single one of them got to their position because they charged exorbitant prices for literally everything they did. Those people, they got to where they were, not because of the ducks, although admittedly they almost certainly played a huge role in it, but because they were willing to charge people for every amount of help that they did. But that's neither here nor there. I just felt like going on a tangent, and that, this conversation, Tressa, Alphen, this is Tressa speaking. If Alphen can go on an immense digression about ducks pole dancing around barrels or whatever he was on about in the last episode, then Tressa can go on an equally long tangent about the corrupt merchant gods. Well, I'll be, Tressa. We're 2 peas in a pod with our stories. You merchants are more charitable than you let on. Well, except for the ones who can apparently domesticate ducks. That's a terrifying thought. So if you're ever in need, you know where to find me. In the party or at the nearest tavern. Much appreciated, Tressa. Tressa is the best. We love Tressa. More travel banter. Yes, please.
Hey.
Now it's between Therian and Alphen. Headed for the alehouse? Nothing like a flagon of mead to ease a man's cares. I'm a regular at more than a few alehouses, though I go for the rumors more than the drink. Rumors? What does anyone in an alehouse have to say that would interest a man like you? Oh, Alphen, you sweet, sweet summer child. Who's wealthy, for example, and who's not? Which lords pay their guards well and which don't? You can find all that out at the tavern? That and more. Mead loosens tongues and gets men talking. Like, you would not believe. One time, I was out in an alehouse out near Grandport. And again, I know I was overhearing Tressa just a mere 30 seconds ago talking about Grandport. But it made me thinking. It got me to greasing the wheels of my old memory, right? And I was only up by Grandport like one time. I was, well... Okay, Alphen, you've coerced it out of me. I was stowing away on a merchant ship because, well, they were transporting a lot of gold, and, well, I wanted the gold, so I went on the ship, but then they set off in the middle of the night, and I had to sleep in a barrel of gold, and it's not exactly the most comfortable because gold is really dense, so I had to kind of cram it around, and I had to pray that they didn't go buy the gold because it was jingling and clinking and doing all this kind of... Anyway, that's a story for another time. Don't worry about, well... Don't worry about it, regardless. Anyway, I was out near Grandport, and I saw this traveling troupe of, like, circus people, and I can't say for certain that they were circus people. They had a tent, and the tent was, like, that multicolored swirl red and white pattern, you know? So it's, like, it was, like, the classic tent circus aesthetic, but, like, they had a duck running around, like, the very outer, like, support ropes that held up the tent, right? And it was just going around and around in a very, very static pattern. It was just it was like its steps. I genuinely don't know how to explain this, Alphen, but it's like steps. It was stepping in perfect synchronicity. Not synchronicity, it was doing it by itself, but it was like a certain pattern. It was like step, 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 step. And it was like, you know how people march to like the beats of drums? And like that it helps set a rhythm. The duck was marching to something. I don't know what. I needed to go to the alehouse to figure it out because, you know, as a thief, that's what I do. This is what the entire conversation has been talking about. But no one saw the duck. I literally took 3 people out of the alehouse, like 2 by the wrist and 1 by the foot, and I dragged them to the duck. I pointed right at the duck. They didn't say it existed. Like, it was invisible to them or something. They convinced me that I was drunk, and I convinced them that they were drunk, and everyone was drunk, and it was just... something is going on in Grandport. Alphen, do you think we can get over there at some point? We need to figure out the truth. Because, like, there was Tressa's story, and then... Anyway, sorry. There's a lot of profit in an alehouse, if you know how to listen, and if you know what I mean. Lots of profit. Not to mention, thieves themselves often drop by to share secrets and tips. Yikes. That's a story and a half. Can we... Alphen turns to look at Ophelia. Can we keep Therian away from the booze? If he's hallucinating ducks, I think there's like some kind of mental thing going on with him. It's like, yeah, Ophelia looks back to Alphen. It's like, yeah, I'm aware of his delusions. I'm talking to a therapist about, you know, maybe setting up a consultation for Therian. Like, there's at least one duck therapist out there. And whether or not that's like a qualified duck that's acting as a therapist or a therapist about duck-related trauma is up in the air. Can we be done with this conversation? I'll be counting my mugs if you and I ever go drinking. What does that mean? Alphen, can you count? Alphen can probably count. Ale house, I am calling in for some alcohol. And some food. Do you have any grapes? Oh, someone's unconscious.
What's this now?
What's all the hubbub? Is this just a normal case of someone got too drunk and then passed out, or is this something nefarious? What happened here? My son, he just collapsed. I sent for help, but oh, look at him, he's dying.
Let me take a look.
There's an apothecary in the house. Let me see him at once.
What?
Truly? Yes, I'm qualified for this. I've helped many people. Doesn't seem to be a case of food poisoning or liver failure. Oh, but what could it be? What could it be? You, tavern keep. Show me your cellar, your store out, wherever you keep the food. What? Do you have any rat infestations?
Here.
Does your son suffer from any afflictions or ailments or any kind of conditions?
No.
No, none that I know of, at least.
Damn it all.
Oh, think, Elfin, think.
I'm coming in.
Where's the patient?
Oh,
Ah, you're that sham from before.
You.
You again. As for whether or not I'm a sham, you can judge for yourself. I see. Seems to be a paroxysm of sorts, doubtless brought on by something he ate. Sweet peas are known to cause this reaction in some people. Here, this should set things right.
whoa.
Well, I'll be. Or I'll pee. Sweet peas, not urinate. Oh, your name is Tim? Did you fall in a well? Little Timmy fell in a well. Where am I? Mom, did you feed me sweet peas again? You know how I react to that. My liver shuts down. This is like the fourth time. By the gods!
Oh, my.
Timothy, you're all right. Oh, sir, I have not the words to thank you. Don't listen to the boy. This is the first time this has ever happened. I've never fed him sweet peas before. This is brand new. I'm not a negligent mother.
Just doing my job.
It's nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me. The name's Ogan, traveling apothecary. And I trust you learn not to judge a man before you know him, boy. Boy? Who you calling boy? Just 'cause I'm half your age doesn't mean I'm a boy. Name's Alphin. Oh, shucks. Elfin runs across some uncouth people in his time as an apothecary. Never seen a sham as good as that. Sham wow? I can't let that shake me. Like the salt shakers.
All right.
Let's see who else around here is in need. No, we need to get more booze. Let me go back in. Actually, I have my appetite. Oh, it's gone. Fine. I tried to find my appetite, but it left. Do you need assistance, sir? I can offer. Age 27. A scholar who keeps a close eye on the local water supply. He's poisoned his water supply, destroyed the crops, and now he wants to push the town somewhere else? He does so to ensure that those who live nearby will not again fall prey to a sickness which was once spread via the river, a sickness that claimed his wife years ago. Tidings of elderly friends.
Oh,
So those two grandmas haven't been around lately. Oh, they kind of disappeared right around the time where I stole their silver equipment. Do you think that they're vampires and that they needed that silver equipment to keep their vampiric curses at bay? And now that they've been freed and unleashed, they're kind of going around the countryside, sucking the blood from people? If we find any desiccated corpses, well, you know who the first two suspects are. I should check and make sure they're not sick in bed. Knock, knock, knock. Are you sick in bed? Who needs help from a whippersnapper? Apparently, they're perfectly fine. I guess we can leave town again? Have I? Oh, I can't. I can't speak to you. You are not willing to tell me your life story. And that's deeply upsetting. Everyone should be willing to tell me their life story. I'm a very personable person, you know. Oh, do I need to go into this house? I do. Oh, is this grandma sick? Are you sick now? It's lonely being here on my own like this. Tell me more. An elderly widow who lives a quiet life of solitude. Never one for social gatherings, she had no one with whom to talk to after her husband died. However, she recently met another older woman while taking a walk, and the two have since become good friends. Old woman to the southeast. Nice chatting with you. Old woman to the southwest? Southeast.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear boy. Finally, I can go visit my best friend again. No problem, Granny. That's what I'm here for. The betterment of all peoples. Alphen, do you have any idea where we need to go next? I don't know where we need to go, Alphen. So you're gonna have to take us onward. Do we have to go back to the other grandma? Should probably check in with them. Because if one went back to the other, then we need to check on both of them. In case they, well, I don't know, have any transmissible diseases. It's like, oh, that's an ailment that only affects grandmothers. Are you good now? Do you need your silver equipment back? I'd be willing to give it to you. Age 68. An old woman who's lived in the town for many years, a stubborn curmudgeon. She's slow to pace and place. She goes at a slow pace, and she's slow to place her trust in others. Nice chatting with you both. I've cured you both of your ailments. I think. I didn't even realize that they were sick. And there we go. That should have you feeling better, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, dearie. Oh, don't mention it. And make sure to keep warm, okay? Chicken noodle soup,
Aye.
spices, and you'll be good to go. Just stick a habanero pepper in your chicken noodle soup and, well, that'll clear your sinuses and soothe your sore throat. Oh, thank heavens. I can finally go grape picking again. Grapes? You know of grapes? Well, of course, dearie. Everyone knows of grapes. Sainsbridge is famous for its vast vineyards. Huh. Well, while we're speaking of grapes, do you know where I could find myself a good bottle of wine? I promised my new friend Miguel we'd share a toast, you see, and, well... that deep inhale, very quickly. It's as if it's an exclamation of surprise.
Are you all right?
Is everything all right, ma'am? That was an inhale of, well, surprise or shock. Or your symptoms are turning. You're friends with Miguel? That rotten, no-good thief? Thief? You heard me. And that's not all. Rumor even has it that he killed a man. I heard he slipped into one of the local estates, and when the butler found him, Miguel stabbed the poor man to death. The local militia has been searching for him ever since, but they can't find hide nor hair of him. He's a drifter and a vagrant. If you know what's best for you, you'll find yourself a new friend. I knew something untoward was about him.
So we meet again.
That we do. It seems like, you know, running around in the same town as small as Saintsbridge would facilitate more meetings like this. Yes.
Sorry, no time to chat. I have a patient waiting.
Surely you don't mean to save that scoundrel's life.
So you knew?
I did. He claimed to be a humble farmer, but the dagger concealed beneath his cloak told me otherwise. There was far more blood on him than that from his wound. Nor did his nervous, flickering eyes do him any favors. No, it was clear why he hadn't sought treatment for his wound. He's a man on the run.
Still. 'Cause someone's a thief, that means you leave them to die?
I said it once, and I'll say it again. Some lives are worth saving. Others, not so much.
Bollocks! We're apothecaries, not gods. It ain't our place to judge. We have a duty to help anyone who needs us. Am I wrong?
Show me one of your tonics.
Huh? Why should I do that?
Call it curiosity. I want to see your skills for myself.
Huh. Well, if you insist. Here, looking's free.
It is unrefined, but adequate. Made with talent and confidence. Hear me, Alphen. I can see the passion in your eyes, so I'll not mince words. Let that man die.
You can't.
Before you act, ask yourself what it truly means to save a man's life. Especially the life of a killer.
I should go back and check up on Miguel.
And so we will. Alphen is not the type of man who would leave someone to die. And whether that is an ultimate good thing or something a bit grayer is up in the air. But if there are consequences to our actions, we'll deal with them then. For right now, Alphen is just going to save who he can reach. Because Alphen is just a good person like that.
Hi.
Hey, Miguel. Are you dead yet, or are you still unconscious? He's not moving. Oh, he's twitching. Oh, he's still alive. Hey, Alphen, mate. Me wound. It stings something terrible. Well, maybe he'll just die even with my help, and then my conscience will be, you know, it's like, yeah, I am certain that I did everything that I could, and he just died anyway. That's the best of both worlds. Oh, let me take a look. Tarnation, it's worse than I thought. At this rate, his life is...
Hey there.
How's it look? Tell me I'm going to survive.
I'll take care of this.
Yeah. I mean, you absolutely will. This thing's how you can tell the salve's working, after all.
I see.
I see. You got that one. Never mind. The voices, we're speaking in unison.
All right.
I'll just need to give you something stronger. Some more potent medicine, perhaps.
I'll fix you up, good as new.
You just hold on, okay? We'll have you on your feet again in no time.
Before you act, ask yourself what it truly means to save a man's life.
Alphen has voices in his head. He has voices that aren't me.
Especially the life of a killer.
Alphen, you're gonna make me jealous. What's the matter, Alphen? Is it worse than you thought?
Shucks.
I heard folks talking about you, Miguel. Saying you're a thief and a murderer.
Huh?
Murderer? Bollocks, I was framed, I tell ya. Tell me the truth, Miguel. I can't help you unless you do.
Damn.
You got me, Alphen. I'm a rotten thief. But hear me out. I had no choice. I needed the coin.
I don't know.
Enough to take a man's life? Forgive me. I beg of you. I got 3 brats to feed back home. They'd go starving if not for me. It weren't always like this, Alphen. I used to be a mercenary, and a good one at that. But things happened, and the work don't come like it used to, and so I... Come clean with me, Alphen. I'm dying, ain't I? I know my body better than anyone. You've got to help me. I beg you. Starting this moment, you're a new man. Huh?
Now listen here.
I'm saying that I'll help you. On one condition. No more thieving, you hear?
Aye.
Why, of course. You have my word. Believe me, I feel worse than anyone about the terrible deeds I've done.
I beg of you.
Alphen. Thief or no, I can't leave a man to suffer. That's just not who I am. All right, Miguel, I trust you. Hold on tight. I'll fix you up right as rain.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alphen. You're too kind for a man like me. And so, Alphen toiled until the wee hours of the night, tending to Miguel's wounds as best he could. Until finally, in the end... Alphen, you're popping Z's. You're unconscious, aren't you? Alphen, wake up!
Shucks.
Must have been more tired than I thought. Alphen, are you actually on the sleep weed? Because if you've been getting into the sleep weed, well then Tressa's right about you. Knowing Miguel's over the hump, I can finally breathe easy. You have an apothecary camel over the hump? But because camels have humps. Wasn't that a thing? Wasn't there like a commercial? It's like Hump Day. It's like Fridays are Hump Day or something like that. And there was a commercial for like a car show. It's like Mazda or Audi or something. It was like it's Hump Day. Hump Day. It was like Friday or something. I don't remember. I'm probably hallucinating that. Speaking of Hump Day, where'd that guy run off to? We slept in the same barn together. Which is probably weird. Travel banter. It's like 3 travel banters in a single episode. That's insane. And now it's between Alphen and Honnet. Now, where did Miguel head off to?
Well,
I know and not. But it is clear his wounds have healed such that he might be going a-wandering. Yeah, that's a relief at least. Thou art a skilled healer. Whoa, what's with the praise all of a sudden? You never lavish praise upon any of us, Honnet. In but a brief time, thou didst cure in that man's injuries, so that he was able to risen from his sickbed. It is clear thou art the master of thine craft. Now, easy on the flowery words there, Honnet. You're gonna make me blush. Thou art quickly made shy when we talk and turneth to thine selfeth. My praise is not lightly offered. Thou wouldst do well to taken it to heart. Aw, shucks. It does mean a lot to me, but still, it's not over yet. The healing, I mean. My work isn't done until Miguel is his old self again. Then you can shower me with praise all you want. Very well. Then I shall do it. Oh, Honnet. Everyone is bonding. Tressa, Therian, Honnet, everyone's bonding with Alphen. That's lovely. Good for them. They're friends. I said stand back, or I'll slit your brat's scrawny throat. Ah, Miguel, you're backsliding already? It's been 20 minutes. Come on now.
Someone help!
No, not my Timothy, please, no. He just survived the epidemic with the smushy peas.
Got that?
And you know what to do, don't you? Hand over all you've got.
No, no.
I'll give you anything. Just wait for my husband to return and... Are you daft, you bloody woman? You think I have the luxury of waiting here all day? Now hand it over before... Miguel, I'm so disappointed in you.
Bugger me.
No, save that for in the bedroom. Bring every leaf you own to Riveria Woods by sundown, or else you'll never see the brat again. Is no one gonna stop him? No one is gonna... Not even bother? An arrow? No! My Timothy, gods have mercy!
The hells?
Are you alright? What happened here?
It can't be.
Miguel, it couldn't be.
Oh, heavens.
Oh, but it is. That terrible man took my poor Timothy.
That bastard.
Well, shucks. That rotten bastard. My poor boy. Whatever am I to do?
I'll take care of this.
You just wait here, ma'am. I'll go after your boy. Now, which way did he go? He said to come to the woods. The Riverdale Woods is to the west of town.
Got it.
I'll have little Timmy back in no time. Miguel. I was a damn fool for trusting you. We must wake for the wake. We must make for the woods. We must wake for the muds, because language is not as important as the life of Timothy, which is gonna have to wait until the next episode. So whether you watch this one for 30 seconds or the entire thing, thank you so much for tuning in. We're leaving you off at a cliffhanger today. Will we make to the back of the woods, or the heart of the woods, or the side of the wood? I don't know. We're gonna have to go somewhere in the woods to find the boy, and well, that no good, rotten, lying son of a gun that is Miguel. Oh, Miguel, I tried to have faith in you, but you proved me wrong. Whether you watch for 30 seconds or the entire thing, thank you so much for tuning in to yet another episode of The Night Plays Octopath Traveler. I'll see you in the next one. Later.